Welcome.
And welcome to another quick tips, this time romantic string writing. One of the inspirations for this was the Lament 5M3 from Revenge of the Sith, which I've actually done a whole production of. So part of it was I've taken the texture here where John Williams doubles the melody pretty much in octaves, and particularly here. Which is the second iteration of the theme at that particular point. So that's where the inspiration comes from. So I've done a similar thing, but with a little bit more shifting harmony in the lower parts. His tends to be a little bit more static right at the beginning, and then I've kind of gone for this type of texture in these bars here, which hopefully you can see with the mouse. So in terms of how it sounds, just in Note Performer, like that. Of course, you wouldn't have another reiteration. It would just sort of gently lilt towards the end. And you can see that in this particular bit, there's a sort of certain amount of recession, and then I bring out a little bit in the cello, and the same with the viola in imitation a little bit further on. So in terms of the chords themselves, I've chosen sort of things which are going to move. Also, first inversions often move. So a G minor, but with another 6. So in fact, really, it would be a flat 6. So in Sibelius, we just had to put some brackets around it. And then just ending up the recession just on a normal sort of chord. Then a sort of D flat minor, but it could be C sharp minor, and then F minor, which then sort of becomes D flat major, but in first inversion. And then there's an N harmonic change, and then it relaxes on a C major chord in first inversion. So lots of first inversions. I've noticed that is a sort of thing that Williams very much picks upon, and also you'll find it a lot in Edward Elgar, William Walton, all of those sorts of English composers as well. So one of the things here, only attempt if there are enough players, because if you're dividing everything and there are only 8 firsts, this isn't going to work at all. So you need to make sure that even if you're working with string libraries as well, that you probably need to mix some of them as well, mix and match. So in melodic clarity, I doubled the octave, but you don't have to. You can sort of mix and match. Make sure that it's just enough quaver movement to allow for some element of progression in recessive moments. This is what this sort of bring out section is doing. So then constantly shifting chromatic harmony. So everything is sort of in flux. So you'll notice that I don't even start on that. I'm actually starting on that B flat augmented, like that. And it becomes a sort of 2/7B like that. You're thinking that it's just going to G minor, but putting the E flat in gives it a sort of flat 6 quality. And then a sort of chromatic shift down as well, which makes it very dark as well, sort of having those sort of semitonal shifts down. So from F sharp, so having a sort of subdominant thing going to D flat minor or C sharp minor, and then having that sort of progression as well, sort of going from C sharp minor to F minor. Again, it's quite Star Wars-y. And then not making it a full diminished 7th chord, but actually just leaving a few notes out helps it sort of drive along into the final chord. So I hope that you've enjoyed that. Just a quick one today. And that's kind of it. So see you again soon, and looking forward to what Simon comes up with his tips as well.